to YouTube Tuesday, session 52, with me, Jessica Brigden of Just Be Creative Cardiology. Yes, you heard that right. This is the 1-year anniversary of YouTube Tuesday. We are on our 52nd session, which is amazing. So it's been a year since I've been able to live stream direct to you guys with via my mobile device here. So I'm excited. Thank you guys for coming along on this journey with me. I so appreciate your likes, your comments, especially when you subscribe, when you share my channel. I love all of that so much. So thank you guys. Hearts all over to you all. So I have got some fun cards with you. Of course, we are here in June. Oh, thank you, Luann. She says happy anniversary. Yeah, so exciting times because we are on our second month of the new Stampin' Up! Annual catalog. We are also on the last month, the retiring month, of the Stampin' Up! Mini catalog. And so there's so many favorites that I want to share with you. So I was kind of racking my brain. What am I going to share here for my 52nd YouTube Tuesday video? And well, here in New York, it has been hot and steamy. We had record-breaking heat over the weekend. It was in the 90s. Whew. Yeah, I was reading a weather report and that said it was like the air is like soup, which is so true. It's so heavy outside that it's just kind of like drizzly here and there, but it's just hot and heavy. So I've got this cute little tank on. This is my little tropical tank. It's got palm prints and lilies and all kinds of fun stuff. So I got to thinking maybe I would pair that, kind of replicate, you guys know how I like to match my projects, with the amazing Tranquil Thoughts bundle. Of course, you guys know I love these dies. Let me see if I can keep them from falling off the page here. Yes, so love this bundle. And currently, while supplies last, the Tranquil dies are 50% off. It's crazy. They're like 12, let me see. I won't say like, I'll tell you the exact price. $18.50 for the dies. And then the coordinating stamp set here is $22. So that's awesome. So for $40.50, you could get the whole bundle. All right, so that is a $13 savings off of the original bundle price even. So super cool right there. All right, that is on page 36 here of the mini catalog. And I've got my prices marked there for you. But I was feeling kind of whimsical too and thought how cute would it be to pair that with the retiring, oh snap, the crocodile stamp set here. So I've got some cute things in store. And as you can tell from the colors of my shirt, we've got some mossy meadow. I thought we would contrast that green to a little pear pizzazz, maybe some calypso coral, a little petal pink. So those are primarily the colors I'll be working with. And since it is a little bit muted tones, I thought we would go with very vanilla. So I'll be working with very vanilla as my neutral instead of the usual basic white. Aw, so I've got lots of comments here. Hey, Susan. Hi, Margaret. Hey, Jeanette. Hi, Lori. You remembered. 3 o'clock. Hello to my hubby. Hi, Janelle and Judy. Hi, Wendy. I'm doing great. Yes, trying to stay cool. Hope you guys are doing well, too. Enjoying your summer. Whew. We have jumped right into summer here in New York, that's for sure. All right, so let's just jump right into card making. I'll flip this around. We will get started here. Hi, Karen, thanks for joining. All right, so if you guys haven't already, I'm gonna say it again. Please like, subscribe, share. We are getting close. We have 2,044 subscribers as of this afternoon. So, but yeah, so because this is my 52nd YouTube video of YouTube Tuesday, the 1-year anniversary of that, make sure you leave your comments and share. And next week I will do a drawing for a couple cards, to give away a couple cards, all right? And I'd love to know if you want to go back through. I have a playlist here for YouTube Tuesday, and I'd love to know what some of your favorite YouTube Tuesday videos have been. I'd love to hear that. That'd be really cool. All right, so let's pull in our first card. We're going to do a neat little technique. We are starting with Pear Pizzazz. Yeah, oh good, Margaret was going to order this, so she's so excited to see some projects. That's awesome. Well, good. Well, this is a fun, the first one is a little bit of a technique card. So I have cut my Pear Pizzazz cardstock, and believe it or not, this is my base. Yes, it is a little bit small here because it is actually 4 3/4 inches by 5.5. So what I'm gonna do, I've got my handy dandy Stampin' Up! Trimmer here. I am going to place this, so I said it's 4 3/4. I'm actually gonna move it down 1/2 inch to the 4 1/4 mark here. And then I'm going to use my scoring blade. So remember, the scoring blade is the light one. I always say dark for death, because if you cut, that's it. So get that out of the way. We're gonna use the light blade here, and we're gonna just run a little bit back and forth. Just get a nice little score line there for 1/2 inch. Okay, so this is what we are going to fold. We'll burnish that with our bone folder. All right, so this gives us, once that's folded, our 4 1/4 by 5.5 card base. And then what I'm going to do is I have cut a window sheet here. So if you haven't played with those before, our Stampin' Up! Window sheets come in 12 by 12. So you get 2 in a pack, and I believe they're $5 still. There's something thereabouts. I'll put all the supply list in the comments when the video is finished. So what I've done is I've cut the 12 by 12 sheet down to 4 1/4 by 5.5. And I realize this is kind of hard to see on camera because it's a window sheet. But what I'm going to do is use my tear and tape. You could use your seal or your Seal Plus. But I just wanted something easy and exact to put right here on this 1/2 inch fold line. And actually, you know, I don't know that I'd recommend the Seal Plus because that would leave those little, the little tape lines. So that's one of the reasons I have gone with the tear and tape here, because then you can put one long piece of adhesive on here, and then you'll peel off this, whoops, get that. I don't have my fancy fingernails on today, so gotta get used to gotta do another manicure here soon. But yes, you peel that off, hold that tight, and then this window sheet piece, I know it's reflecting in the camera. All right, so line that up on the top, line it right up on the side as well. And this window sheet is actually going to form your card front. And with that tear and tape there, that is pretty, you can see it just a little bit, but we're actually going to embellish some with some die cuts, and you won't even know that that's there. Oh yes, the fonts in the Tranquil Thought set those are gorgeous. Absolutely love it. Yes. Oh yeah, so Janelle said she bought the dies to use with the Dino Roar. Dino Roar would also work great with these fun dies. Actually, that's kind of a similar thought to something I had going on today, so I think you'll like this card, Janelle. Oh, thank you, Margaret. Hi, Kathy and Denise. Ooh, from Alberta, Canada. How's the weather up there? All right, so this is our card base here, Pear Pizzazz, and our front is the window sheet. So to give it a little bit of an easier look so you can see what we're going with, I've cut a piece of Very Vanilla to slip on the inside here, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. So we'll just, oops, get my seal going. We'll seal this to the inside. Okay. Sorry to keep that moving all over on you. There we go. All right, so we've got that on the inside. So now you can kind of see how it takes shape a little bit. All right, so the next thing I've done is I've taken, basically what I started with is a large scrap of the Mossy Meadow, and when you take that and this amazing, this is one of my favorite dies here, is this big leafy border piece, and you run this through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, then you get this really neat looking die cut. Very cool. All right, so I'm gonna pull in some scrap. Do I have my scrap? I have so much stuff here on my desk lately. It's kind of crazy. All right, well, I don't have that exact scrap, but I do have a piece of scrap. And what I'm gonna do, I just wanted something to put underneath this so that I could run this through with my Mossy Meadow ink pad here. I'm gonna take I guess I'm gonna take a dauber because that's what I've got handy, and just kind of run this, sponge this, daub it on here. All right, so just kind of hold your die cut in place and then rub your dauber over. So yes, I realize we're using Mossy Meadow on Mossy Meadow, but what it does is the ink picks up those raised portions of the die cut, and it does give you a little bit of contrast there, a little bit more of light and dark, so you do get a bit more of that dimension showing through, which is cool. A bit more of a jungle feel. I thought with it being so hot and steamy that, yeah, kind of in the mood for jungle cards or all right, and then we'll take this and check that out. We're gonna place this right over the front. Isn't that cool? I love that. All right, so as you've seen in a couple of my other videos with this, you can actually just use your, dimensionals on there. You know what? I think I actually am gonna use my seal though, because I don't really want the dimensional backings showing on the back side here when you open the card. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of adhesive on some of the more solid portions of the die cut there. And then I'm going to stick this down. So I'm making sure to line up the bottom edge and then this left edge with the fold line. All right, so because this die is actually, it is a full, here we go. It is a full card front. All right, so I've got that. And now when I flip it, so you can only see a little bit of tape. You don't actually see dimensionals poking through. So I do like that. Okay. Janelle's saying, yes, if she used this with her dinosaur set, then yes, you can see the dinosaurs walking through. Yes, very cool. All right, so I'm actually gonna pull in a little bit of our Mossy Meadow. This is the braided linen trim. This is also in the mini catalog that is retiring. If you saw my Dragonfly Garden video from Friday, then you'll know that this is part of a retiring set as well. Here we go. This is part of the Dragonfly Garden on page 25. And this Mossy Meadow braided linen trim is just $3.50 right now. So love that. And it was the perfect color. So I thought what I'd do with this is I'm just going to take it around this edge. I don't usually go wrap around the whole thing. You know, when I do my ribbon, I usually cut it just a little bit wider and then tuck the ends behind. But with this, because it's a special fold with the window sheet there, I'm actually wrapping my Mossy Meadow cardstock all the way around. So if you want to know, let's see here, I'll measure this for you. I've got my grid paper here. So you need like a full 17 inches, okay, if you're one that likes to cut before you I usually just leave it right here on the spool and then measure as I go. But yes, you'll need a full 17 inches. All right, I gotta rearrange this because I always tie my knots from one direction. I always come from the left and wrap over the right. So hold your ribbon, make sure it doesn't fold or get twisted on you, okay? All right, so pull that tight, keep it straight, and then we'll tie our, just going with a knot. And this is at the, kind of the top third of the card. little more than halfway. I'm just gonna knot this tight. Okay, pull that. All right, I've got it. Now when I look, I can see, yep, I've got it where I want it. Let me trim that off. And then with it being a jungly cart, I think actually we could fray the edges on this too, and that would look pretty cool. That's one of the things I love about this braided linen trim is it does this really neat fraying. You can just pull the braid apart. You've got like a little bit of a fishtail going on there. More of the netting appearance. Yeah, I love that. And you don't have to worry, it's not gonna all unravel on you. It just looks pretty cool. Yeah, very neat. All right, so here's the fun surprise. This is where I'm gonna pull in the snap portion. Move my machine out of the way here. All right, so I thought it would be fun. I had a similar idea to Janelle and her dinosaurs. I was thinking, oh snap, we'll put the crocodile hiding. He's lurking in the bayou there, lurking in the bushes. So we kind of decide where we want to put this. All right, because this is going to be open. We're gonna stamp our crocodile on that inside, on that very vanilla layer there. So let's ink this up with our Mossy Meadow ink. This is a large stamp, so this is on my, I believe it's my E block. Yes, it's the E block here. And apply my Mossy Meadow directly to the stamp. All right, and then again, gaining my visual. I wanna make sure that I can fit this whole thing in here on my card. So I'm gonna curve him a little bit. He's gonna be like coming up to snap a, well, what's he gonna eat? Maybe he's coming up to snap a frog or something. All right, so we've got that in there. Looks pretty cool. Isn't that fun? I think that's really neat. All right, so I've got my, what have I got? Make sure I get the right ones here. Okay, that's my light old olive and my dark old olive. So I'm pulling in another shade of green blends here. Pulling up my chair so I can have a sit. I am going to color this all over with my light old olive blends. So we've got a lot of greens going on here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do the whole thing. We're making it easy. We're not fussy cutting or anything. We're just going all over with our old olive blends here. Okay. Just blend that ink all together. So you don't want to actually see your marks. That's the awesome thing about the blends alcohol markers here is that they truly do mix together. So you don't end up seeing any of those coloring lines that you would if you were using traditional water-based markers. All right, I think that looks pretty cool. And because we did it in Mossy, oh, I missed a foot. Because we did it in Mossy Meadow, I don't even need to go in and highlight really with my darker old olive. What I could do is use the darker old olive just for the little spikes. Okay. So this makes for some pretty quick coloring, nothing too major, but it's fun, especially if you can sit inside on a hot, steamy day like today and enjoy the air conditioning. All right, I'm gonna leave his teeth white, and let's see here. Should we put some kind of a greeting? Should he be jumping up to snap the frog or some fish? Isn't that cute? Aw, hi Deanna, nice to meet you. Glad you could join us from Utah. Alicia, welcome. Hope things are well in Alaska. Yeah, so Oh Snap is still available. And I just checked the inventory list before I came live, and things are starting to sell out. So for example, the adorable little kangaroo set that I used last Tuesday here in the US, the adorable little kangaroo and company, the stamp set is sold out. So that stinks. So yeah, when I say things are while supplies last, whew. Another thing, I just passed it here. If you like the little, the kiss punch that has the lips and the heart, that is on low inventory right now. Another thing, and I was debating whether to use this today, the gorgeous Ice Cream Corner Designer Series paper, that is also on low inventory, so I don't expect that to be around very much longer. So you might want to scoop some of that up because of course the stamp set and the punch are carrying over, but the paper and the accessories are not. So yes, and Oh Snap, yes. So right now it is just while supplies last. There's no guaranteed availability for the rest. So make sure if you like these, especially these Tranquil dies that are just $18.50. So with this, I know they have the bundle pricing, but like I said, purchase the items individually right now, because with the sale pricing, you'll save $13 even off of what the bundle pricing would be. So that's definitely the better deal to get them individually right now. All right, so let's come in here and let's do, Wendy says, yes, sweet ice cream DSP is already gone in the UK. Oh my goodness, Janelle says, did we get the thunderstorm this morning? Oh my goodness, I don't know what time it was. I kept hearing it rumble in the distance. And I kept asking my husband, I'm like, is that thunder? Like, but he was, he was asleep. It's funny, he sleeps through anything. And so I was like, is that thunder? Is it thunder? And then it just kept getting more frequent, and it kept getting louder and louder. And then our house was like shaking, and the rain just came in a downpour. We got 2 inches of rain and probably like a 45-minute span. It is crazy. We have a rain gauge and different things, and he's a hobby weatherman. So yeah, we had 2 inches of rain in that short period of time. It's crazy. Yeah, so oh, was it 5 a.m., Janelle? All right. See, I don't know what time it was. I just knew it was very early in the morning. Oh no, Luann, your hubby lost his job. Oh, that is a snap. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Oh, Alicia says it's 50 degrees and cloudy in Alaska, so not too bad. Ooh, but you're having a getaway to Florida coming up. Oh, to hunt alligator. Oh, well, that's pretty neat. Well, I hope you guys have a fabulous trip. That'll be nice for you to get away to the warm weather there. All right, so let's put some greetings on here. Let's see. What should we put on here? Well, how about we do that? Oh, snap. So I'll grab that sentiment. We'll grab our oh, snap. And then I feel like maybe we should grab the frog, because maybe the frog is like, oh snap, I jumped in the wrong place. Shouldn't have been in this pond. All right, so let's put our little frog, find my Mossy Meadow ink here. Gonna stick with that. So we're gonna go, oh snap. And then we'll do our greeting. Let's see, where do we want to put that? I think I'm gonna put that right in here, right in the middle. Isn't that cute? All right, so let's, again, I think I'm gonna color my frog. Let's go with our dark old olive on this one, just so that he's not the same exact color as our crocodile. Okay. All right, so there we have it. It's actually pretty simple once you put it all together. And then it does help if you've got a little lint-free cloth to maybe wipe off your window sheet there to wipe off anything that decides to stick to it. But isn't that cute? So I thought that was a fun way to use our Tranquil Thoughts, that fun border die, along with the Oh Snap crocodile stamp set here. Okay, so that is card number 1. All right, which I thought was pretty fun. I'm just gonna clean my stamps here real quick so that I don't end up with Mossy Meadow ink all over my arms and everywhere else. Okay, so that's number 1. All right, so number 2 is gonna follow a similar scheme, except we are going with a full card base, traditional 5.5 by 8.5 here, of our Pear Pizzazz. Yes, Lori says, poor Froggy. She should say, ribbit. Aw, thank you guys. I know, it was funny. It just kind of came to me there. So I was like, well, let's have at it there and see what we can come up with. Aw, thank you, Karen. All right, yes, the replay will be available, definitely. Okay, so we got our Pear Pizzazz. And now I thought we'd use, since we use this large border die, I thought it'd be cute to use this leafy, kind of the window. It's kind of like peeking through the leaves. And when you use this one, you want to make sure that you grab this little square border die as well. Oh, Karen says, yes, the Retired by the Dock stamp set had that leaping frog. That would be cute in there too. All right, so when you use the peeping through the leaves die here, make sure you use this square. All right, and we are, what did I cut? Yes, grab your scrap of Mossy Meadow that you used for your larger die cut, and then you'll put this through your die cut machine. You're gonna put this face down, and then make sure you've got your cutting edge facing down as well. And you don't even have to worry about it shifting because it's perfectly sized. They fit right together, just like a puzzle. And then you run that through your die cut machine. And then you got, I have a whole pile of pieces. Actually, I think what I wanted to do, I've cut a whole bunch. Well, this is what you get if you run it through Mossy Meadow, which is very cool. And if you have a scrap of Pear Pizzazz, again, since our card base is Pear Pizzazz, grab another layer of that. You could run it through with that one too, and then this is what it looks like if you did it with Pear Pizzazz. Okay, so I think what my intent was I was actually going to use the lighter piece and then layer it onto, I wanted some contrast in here. That's what I remember. I couldn't make up my mind, so I cut a few pieces. All right, so what I'm gonna do is pull in that scrap piece of this as well. And you know, I still have some Mossy Meadow ink here on my dauber, so I'm not going to re-ink, but I am going to just gently rub this around on top. So I had plenty of ink on my dauber. It had Mossy Meadow, and so I'm just using what's on there. I just love sponging that and getting that extra bit of contrast, that light and dark. It really enhances the lines and the stamps, and that way it doesn't end up too dark. Because if you re-inked, yeah, you could definitely go super dark if you wanted to, but I just wanted a fun little highlight. Okay, so the intent was to layer these together, but we need something, a little piece, so that we can have something peeping through the leaves. So I have cut this finished Pear Pizzazz piece is 2 3/8 inch square. So I've cut a piece of Very Vanilla that is 2 1/4. And then my Mossy Meadow layer is actually 2 3/4. Okay, did you get all that? This is 2 3/8, 2 1/4, and then 2 3/4 on these. So what we're going to do is again pull in our fun Oh Snap stamp set, and I thought we would use our waterfowl there, whatever bird this is. And I'll peel off the little bird stamp here. Stick it to my block. And for this one, I'm going to go with, well, here, you can help me. Should I totally make it stand out and make my bird Calypso Coral? Or should I go definitely more neutral and keep my bird in soft suede? What do you guys think? It's going to be peeping through the leaves here. So I'll kind of give you the idea. The little bird's just gonna peep through in there. All right, Judy likes the Calypso Coral. All right, let's see. Okay, just reading through your comments. Anybody else have a, okay, so we've got a few more votes for Calypso. It's unanimous, Calypso Coral. Woohoo, all right, that's what we're going with then. All right, so going to ink this up here. Okay, and the nice thing with this Very Vanilla layer being a little bit smaller, get the dust off of there, is I can move it around a little bit if I need. So for right now, I'm just gonna stamp my bird right smack in the middle. Okay, close your ink pad. And now when we go to layer this, we can, let's see, I might trim it just a little bit because I want it to, actually, what do I have here? I was gonna say, I think I have some circle dies even. So let me see what I could do. I could just quick run it through. I've got my layering circles. I could do that. Yeah, how about we quick do that? All right, just grab my platform here, my layering circles, or if you've got, I believe this is about a 1 3/4 size, so if you've got your 1 3/4 inch punch handy, you could use that as well. So let me just run this through. That'll give me a little bit more room to wiggle it around behind my behind my leaves there. All right, so those are the layering circles. Those are still available. Those carried over. Okay, so let's put a little bit of adhesive. Find my little bit of, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of seal on the back of some of these leaves, just enough to be able to get it to stick to my bird here. There we go. Get it so that it's peeping through. Okay. All right, and now I'm going to use my dimensionals. All right, I had a whole bunch of dimensionals that were right here. All right, I was looking for my black dimensionals, but I guess I'll go with the little white minis here. Okay. Put some of these on. Do I have, I thought I had some big ones. Yes. Okay, they're hiding under my trimmer. Just put that there. Okay, so we've got all of these. Peel off the backings, come on here. All right. Oop. Sticking everywhere. All right, and then that kind of, I do like that contrast. Boy, I've got little glue fuzz or something on here. All right, and then we'll put our Stampin' Seal on the back, or you could use more dimensionals if you wanted to. Can never use too many of those. All right, and we'll just go right here in the upper third, making sure we're even around the edges. All right, so I feel like we should kind of cover that with a little bit of something. Should I color my bird? Oops, knocked something off the table. All right, how about we go in with a little bit of light Calypso coral. Probably should have done this ahead of time, but I just thought of it now. That I think I like it colored. Okay, so got that in there. All right, so a couple different ways that we've incorporated our Oh Snap stamp set in here with our fun Tranquil Thoughts dies. Okay, so I feel like we need a little something more in here. So what greeting should we use? Let's go with, but we just do something real simple. How about I thought of you today? That would be a nice one. Let me grab my block here. We'll grab again our Mossy Meadow. Just keep it clean and simple here. And stamp that right here. Oh, just a little bit crooked. Oh, is what it is, right? All right. You know, we could do though. We could do some flowers, and then that would maybe disguise some of that. Let me see what I've got here. Pull out the flowers. Will that work? Yes. Okay, so what I'll do with these, I think I've got some scrap of Very Vanilla. Yeah, I've got a piece here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ink this up in the Petal Pink to start with. Okay, looks like I'm good and inky. And then I'm gonna take my other sponge dauber here with my Calypso Coral, so it coordinates with our little bird, our peekaboo bird. And I'm just gonna daub right here in the center of those flowers, just lightly. You can you see that? How the you can see the different colors of ink on there. Okay. So then when we stamp this, isn't that cool? You get that really pretty two-tone. All right, so we've got a die for this as well. So, let me find it here. Okay, that's what this die is here from the Tranquil Thoughts dies. Okay, make sure we've got it all lined up perfectly. Plate on top here. I'm going to carefully run this through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss here. Okay, here we go. And actually, I think, well, what do you guys think? Should I leave it? Actually, I was thinking it looked kind of cute there. It hid the fact a little bit that the words were a little crooked. Although it would look kind of cute. Actually, it looks kind of cute up there. There we go. And then it hides the fact that that my circle kind of shows through from behind. So what do you guys think? Should I go with upper right corner? Let's see, we could go in different ways. Yeah, I could do upper right corner, or I could do lower left corner here. So should I do right or left? You guys let me know. Aren't these flowers pretty? Okay. So if you wanted to even, you could sponge the edges of the flowers. I think I'm gonna leave them like that though. All right, so let me put some, while you guys are deciding if I should go upper right or lower left, I'm gonna put my dimensionals on here. And then it'll be all ready to go. Okay, so Denise likes it on the bottom. Oh. Janelle's like, Judy says they're both on the right. All right, upper right or up or lower. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so Denise definitely likes the bottom. All right, so I think we'll do that. We'll do this. We'll go right in here, and then I'll kind of hide the fact that the words are crooked. Just make sure that our flower petals are still on the card here. All right, so I've got all our dimensionals on there. Very cute. And then I was thinking an embellishment, but you know what? I'm gonna come in here. I've got some Stella, so Luann will be be happy about that. Let's just put a little Stella in the centers there. We'll just brush that around, kind of blend it a little bit there. All right, Stella, yes. I love it. I love how you all comment in caps, Stella. It's fabulous. All right, so yeah, let's keep it simple. Sometimes if I continue and we keep going, it gets a little over embellished. So let's go with the fact less is more here. So we kept these cards fairly clean and simple. All right, our main color palette here, we've got Pear Pizzazz, Mossy Meadow, some Very Vanilla. And then as far as the inks go, we have a touch of Petal Pink, Calypso Coral, and we did pull in some Old Olive on our crocodile and our alligator as well. So we have a fun window sheet technique card here for the first one, and then a little peekaboo birdie with stellate flowers for the second one. So I hope you guys have enjoyed these projects. This was the Oh Snap stamp set and the Tranquil Thoughts, the stamp set, and the Tranquil dies. I should probably make sure all my dies are stuck on here so that I don't lose them. All right, keep everything in its place. All right, there we go. All right, all three of these items here are While Supplies Last, retiring from our mini catalog. So Oh Snap is on page 47. That's just 21. And then Tranquil Thoughts is on page 36 there. The dies are 50% off for $18.50. So I do have my June host code here. If you'd like to place an order or if you need help with that, feel free to reach out to me and I'll be happy to help you with that. And then as a reminder, trying something fun. If you want to stamp with me live, I'm going to be doing a craft night Zoom on Wednesday, June 30th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. And anybody who places an order here, I will send you the Zoom link so that you can join me and we'll just have a fun craft night there. So yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed these. Thanks so much for coming out and celebrating 1 year of YouTube Tuesday with me. So appreciate that. Aw, thank you guys so much. Just reading the rest of your comments here. Aw, yes, I have enjoyed spending the last year with you, the past year of my Tuesday afternoons at 3 p.m. Yes, we will be continuing, so let's look forward to another year of YouTube Tuesdays live with me, Just Be Creative Cardiology. And again, I will post the supply list with all the details in the comment section of the video once it uploads. All right, thank you guys so much. Have a fabulous afternoon. We'll stamp with you later. Bye-bye.